Howdy partners, this is Kieran with Massive Effect Marketing. This is us, we do SEO for websites. And this is part of our Why Does My Website Suck series. We're going to take a look at this website right here, personal training site. We're going to see what's good, what's bad, so that you can learn from these mistakes so you can convert visitors into customers. Let's check it out. First things first, what is wrong with this website? No security certificate. All right, there's two reasons why this is bad. One, you'll get a slight penalization by Google. Google actually wants you to have a security certificate. It's going to look like this, nice and fresh. Two, it's going to create a little effect on your prospect, and it's going to undo some of the trust you're trying to build. You're trying to build trust on your website, and when you have something like this, it's going to undo those efforts. Even if the person isn't aware of it or can articulate it psychologically, when they see that, they're going to feel a little bit of a okay. Next things on this site, too many calls to action. Look at this. One call to action here, call to action here, call to action here, 3 right there, and then 1, 2 here. 5 call to actions in this initial view. Way too much. It's screaming for your attention. I don't know what to do. If you ask the prospect to do more than one thing, what you're going to get is confusion. They might abandon, they might click that back button, they might just scroll down and just, run away, or they might pick one of them. So you really want to focus in on what is the main conversion you want from this page right here. What do you really want? The one thing that this is all trying to flow towards. Make that your CTA, your call to action, and really big, and hit them with it. Don't hit them with all these, okay? Next point. Pretty good otherwise. I like how they're doing it. They've got a really big kind of value proposition right here of what they're providing. So that's pretty good. That's very strong. I like that. Let's keep rolling. One thing I'm seeing that they don't have though, which I'm a little surprised, is right under here, I don't see trust logos. So trust logos would be things like this. All right. Other ones could be the Better Business Bureau or industry-specific ones. Angie's List, Yelp, service awards, certifications, licenses, right? Anything like that. Memberships of associations. Some kind of third-party confirmation that this is a real company. So I would suggest moving up this whole block here, move it up 70 pixels, and then down here at the bottom, a nice little row of some trust logos, because this initial screen is gold, and you've got to build as much trust as you can right away. So next up, I really like this section, introduction. That's the right thing to do, showing the team, the space, really strong right here, very good. And as we go down, instead of what we offer that's too generic, people aren't going to notice that. Instead, make this bold, 30 minutes 3 times a week, put that as this, and then put guaranteed results under that, all right? Because that's just too, people will glaze over when they see that. There's too much competition with the imagery and the text. The imagery is overwhelming the text, so I would like to see these photos faded, and I would like to see the text overlaid more like it is in this state right now, almost exactly like this, but remove some of the opacity so you can see a little more image, because images don't communicate. It's the words. The words are going to communicate a concept. Images they just go in and out through the mind, all right? I want a really strong communication with words. Moving along, too many calls to action, 3 calls to action here. What do? I don't even know what to do. 2 on the same form, that's a big error. You got to have one, like I don't know what to click. I'm going to scroll down, or I don't know what to do here. You want one submission form at the end of a contact. You want one submission button at the end of the form. All right, and then having this one here these are just going to be competing. It's confusing. This is a really good section right here. Photos, good move. I love it when I see a photo for a testimonial. This section, although this is great that they're showing the customer and their happy experience, it's once again, this photo is taking away attention from these key communications. Like, these are selling points. This is why people are here, for these pain points, and this photo is retracting from that. There's plenty of photos already on the site. We've got a whole bunch here, right? So I would actually just cut this photo out, put all 6 of these in one long row. That way you really hit it hard and get the attention put on each of these, because these are selling points right here. This section is really great, a ton of text. This is really good for the SEO. Speaking of SEO, we'll take a break now from the design audit, and I just want to look at some SEO on this site. Let's do Control U to open up the source and look for the title. The title is super important. It tells Google what the page is about. So we've got Personal Training Studio. Great. Now, book a free consultation. Not what I would put. Serving Maryland, okay, but you know, what city in Maryland is your main city, or cities, right? You want to put your main city in your title plus the state. So Annapolis, MD, for instance, whatever it is. And then you want to put your actual company name. So I would remove book a free consultation and put the company name there instead, and then add the city. Then that will be a very nice title. The title is super important for your SEO. It's the most important edit. And you can see a snippet of it right up here. Other SEO things. Site speed is an issue for SEO. If your site is slow, Google will give you a penalization. This site is a tad slow. GTmetrix put in 13 seconds. That seems a little high to me. It says average is 8. Either way, you want it below 5, below 3, ideally. So this needs to be speeded up. If your site is not mobile friendly, you will get a penalization by Google, but fortunately this site is mobile friendly, so looking good. But once again, you don't want those two calls to actions. So, but we already covered that. Going back, I want to see how they did their headings. Let's do Control F. Type in H1. Got one heading 1, and it says 1-to-1. So that's definitely an SEO mistake. You want your heading 1 to reflect the content that's in the title. In other words, the heading 1 needs to either mention your company name, your main service, and then your service area. This is a total squander of that, so this really needs to be optimized. That would be a pretty good optimization for the site to get that heading 1 fixed. Other things, let's check out heading 2s. We've got some heading 2s, some heading 2s. You have some heading 5s. I would suggest editing those and making them heading 3s. There's no reason to use heading 4 or 5. You're just telling Google, hey, this text is not important. So make it heading 2s and 3s for your headings, not heading 4s, 5s, and 6s. Some really good things about this page is you have a ton of text. Very few sites have this much text. So whoever is doing this definitely knows about SEO to some degree. So that's a really strong move. Inside pages need to have as much text as well. All right, they need to have a lot of text. This looks pretty good as long as everyone is unique. Let's check out this page. I'm not sure how many of these sections are copied over and over to each page and how many are unique, but the idea is you want to have 500 words of unique text on every page. Google runs on text. If a page doesn't have enough, it's not going to be weighed the way you want it. Google's just going to dismiss it. All right, so you want lots of text. Like this page right here, pretty darn good amount of text. All right, really good stuff. So they need to keep that going. All right, so that just about does it for our audit. Okay, now if you want your website to be properly designed and SEO'd, come on down, massiveeffectmarketing.com. Come say hi, and we can help you out. I can do a video for you, take a look at your website, see what's good, what's bad, so that you can then know what you need to do to start turning it around and getting actual revenue from your site. So don't be shy, come on over to contact and let us know if there's anything we can do for you.